All you groups and organizations that need money for your treasury, Bruiser Bedlam will come to your town. We'll bring all the great wrestlers you watch in this program every week. If you'd like to get more information about that, there's the address to write to. Bruiser Bedlam, 151 West Jefferson, Suite 514 in Detroit, 48226. Or give us a call anytime. Area code 313-567-4444.
Kids, don't try that at home.
Next, wrestling fans, a tag team match, one fall, 15-minute time limitation for the WWA Tag Team Championship of the World. Our referee is Mr. Gene Lyons. Introducing the challengers from the Bronx, New York, weighing 227 pounds. Here is Mike MacGee. His partner from Dallas, Texas, weighing 235 pounds. Rocky Guerrero! And their opponents, the reigning champions from New York City, weighing 238 pounds, the toast of all the coast, is the Dr. Jerry Graham. His partner, weighing 242 pounds, from Broken Bow, Arizona, he's wrestling's bone breaker. Here is Bulldog.
You got them, the World Tag Team Champions in the ring now. Bulldog Don Ken and Dr. Jerry Graham, and I wonder if these two opponents know what they've let themselves in for.
I wonder if they remember just what happened a few minutes ago to Calypso Jim.
Uh-oh, Bulldog wants that sign out there on the other side of the ring.
You know, I talked to the doctor a few minutes ago, Terry.
Here you see it.
And they definitely did get paint in Calypso Jim's eyes.
Were they able to wash it out? Or?
He was back there and they tried to wash it out. They've got drops in his eyes now, but his vision's impaired.
Well, certainly it won't go unpunished. Certain Calypso Jim, hopefully anyway, will be back. Bulldog lays one in on Mike MacGee on the ropes. Our first look at this Mike MacGee. Boy, what a test for him in his debut on Bruiser Bedlam.
Yeah, I think he's...
Bulldog scoops him up, body slams, makes the tag. Here comes the doctor.
Did you notice he tried to put his hand down and stop the slam that time? That's the way you break an arm, Terry. Watch him next time if they slam him.
Yeah.
People don't understand. There's sometimes that you just have, once you feel yourself in the air, you gotta try to land flat. If you don't, you're gonna break something.
Instead of trying to save yourself, you might cause further hurt to yourself.
That's right.
Right into the foot, Rocky Guerrero. The tag is on again. The Bulldog moves in. You'll see the champions tag off frequently. They always try to keep a fresh man in the ring. Good tag team strategy.
I hear time and time again from fans, oh, those wrestlers know how to fall. Well, they don't know how to fall any better than anybody else. The only experience you get is trying to protect your body on the way down.
Graham comes down with a double sledgehammer off the ropes. Throwing in those fists. The Bulldog and Dr. Jerry Graham have always been a couple of fierce competitors, but even more so over the last few months. They've just been absolutely devastating, terrifying.
Well, just not only when they're in a scheduled match, you got to watch them every minute.
Yeah, really.
That's what I told you at the beginning of the matches today. You've got to watch them every minute, and they proved just what I said. Not only in their match, they're jumping in and fooling with everybody else's matches.
The Bulldog lets loose with that.
I believe they've got this guy bleeding right on the nose.
Dude, they got him split open, and he's hurled right out of the ring.
Right on the top of the bridge of his nose, he's cut.
I wonder if they did that with a foreign object, or if he just opened him up with those series of fists.
I don't know.
Hurled right into the ring post, Mike MacGee.
Better get the doctor ready again.
This is his first and possibly his last appearance on Bruiser Bedlam.
Kicked him right on the nose.
Now he knows what the competition is like in the WWA and here on Bruiser Bedlam.
Yeah.
Rocky Guerrero, he wants the tag.
Kicked him right in the nose.
Bulldog grabs him up by the hair and let's look again.
On the nose.
Once again, a tag. Here comes the doctor. Dr. Jerry Graham moves in. And they're working on that forehead of Mike MacGee now. Well, they're definitely going to keep our doctor busy tonight. The World Tag Team Champions, they are devastating.
Yeah, they're getting meaner and meaner.
They are. I'm sure all the fans can see.
I hate to take sides, but it's just hard not to butt in with these guys.
Well, it must be hard, Bruiser, for a top competitor like yourself to sit back and watch this. However, as we've explained to the fans before, Bruiser has no choice. He's got to sit here by orders of the commission and be an announcer. And MacGee just slammed head first right into the steel post at ringside. Referee puts in the count. This guy might be smart just to forget it, stay out. Hang it up. You got to give him credit. He's got some guts. I don't know how smart he is, but he's got a lot of guts.
Here's the end of him right there.
Oh, right down throat first over the top rope.
Right on the throat. Well, he's still working on those.
Bulldog Don Kent. There's none tougher than the Bulldog. He's been everywhere. He's faced them all. More often than not, he has his hand raised when it's all over, too. He and Graham have worn that gold now for a couple of years. The World Tag Team Champions.
Put the knee right on the nose again.
Now the fans getting on him. They're starting to bark at him. Mike MacGee suffering from the effects of this attack that he's had to put up with from the champions. Graham moves right in. I don't believe there was a tag there, but Graham moved in to prevent MacGee from making the tag. They'll just beat this guy all night.
They're definitely
out. Oh, he could have had it.
They're just definitely trying to injure the guy now. They're just trying to give the doctor more work.
They're just trying to prove a point. They're trying to show everybody how rough and tough they are.
They're trying to injure him now.
And certainly they've caused a lot of devastation here in the Premier Center in Sterling Heights, Michigan tonight. After the Pearl Harboring of Calypso Jim spray painting him orange. Watch this, the pile driver and Graham down to the top to add to it. Oh, what a brutal move.
That's the only time I've ever seen that.
That's a career-ending kind of a move there. The pile driver's bad enough, but when you got Graham with all his weight adding to the pressure. And they're not done yet.
Tag Team Champions of the World, Dr. Jerry Graham and Bulldog Don Kent.
Smartest thing you ever did was sit right where you're at. Sit back there with a commission and a doctor will touch you. Because you're nothing. You're dirt. You're scum. Come on, get in there. You're swine. Get in there. Come on. Go there.
We're going to try to have a few words here with the World Tag Team Champions. Now you had the guy beat. You were absolutely brutal to this poor guy. And what about this pile driver move? You could have ended that guy's career.
You know, I use horror, terror, and fear as effectively as other wrestlers use a wrist lock, a hammer lock, or a toe hold. When those would-be challengers watch this TV program and see what Ken B are capable of doing, we've got them beat and terrified before they come into the ring.
Bulldog Don Kent, you as champions have always been brutal competitors in the ring, and in recent weeks even more so. Why?
Let me say this, Terry. When they get in the ring, you've got to be able to defend yourself. You're going to have to fight because this is a fight game. You're in here for the money. You're not in here to sit there playing.
Bruiser, it was the smartest thing you've ever done, getting behind that commentator's table with those earphones. Because if you were still wrestling around Detroit, I would love nothing better than to break you in two, you big baboon, you moron.
I wouldn't push that man too far. Dick the Bruiser, he's been ordered by the commission not to interfere in the wrestling when he's behind the commentator's table. A man, and especially so Dick the Bruiser, can and will only take so much. Well, there you go.
Come on, tough guy.
They're pushing their luck, I think.
Dick the loser.
They're pushing the world's most dangerous wrestler. They're going to headsets.
Get out here and fight. Come on.
Get up and fight like a man. You're not even a man. You're a poor excuse.
Make an appearance here in the ring very soon. Dick the Bruiser.
You're safe. You're safe back there.
You're like another Christian gentleman.
Engaged in the physical Away they go, a hasty and strategic retreat by the World Tag Team Champions. Ladies and gentlemen, we will return with more Bruiser Bedlam after this. Stay with us. Join us, ladies and gentlemen, as Bruiser Bedlam comes to Lucas County Stadium as part of Cable System Day with the Toledo Mud Hens, a big Memorial Day spectacular, Monday, May the 26th. On that program, the Great Wojo, Dr. Jerry Graham, Flying Fred Curry, Calypso Jim, Chris Carter, and Don Kent, all at Lucas County Stadium. You'll see the Mud Hens, and after that, then Bruiser Bedlam. Now, back in Toledo at the Hotel Sofitel. We're very proud and privileged to be bringing all the action of Bruiser Bedlam downtown Toledo to the Hotel Sofitel. The date is Sunday, June the 22nd. Action time is 8 o'clock, and you will want to get your tickets in advance. They're available at the Hotel Sofitel lobby, all shed locations, and at the Miller Country Store. And we are thanks to Miller Beer for their help in putting together this spectacular lineup, which speaks for itself. Inside a 16-foot steel cage, Dick the Bruiser and Calypso Jim meet the World Tag Team Champions, Dr. Jerry Graham and Bulldog Don Kent. Anything can and no doubt will happen in that one. We're still trying to sign that world title match between the Great Wojo and Flying Fred Curry. Fred has still demanded that special referee. 1,000 pounds of men go at it in the ring as the Kentucky Butcher in the special challenge put out by Yukon Moose Cholak. You will see 10 rounds of midget boxing. Farmer Pete against Little John. Sam Botek Jr., special guest referee. Mohammed Jihad Saab meets El Bracero. And as if that's not enough, Chris Carter, the Spirit of America, on hand to meet the Polynesian Wild Man in a return battle.
Well, you know something, Terry, I'd like to say this first off. You know, with Miller Beer behind this, you've got to know that this is the biggest wrestling extravaganza in the history of Toledo wrestling. And getting back to the Wild Polynesian, man, you know, Terry, this guy's got a worldwide reputation. The people know the battle that we had last time here in Toledo. Well, I'll tell you what, he has one thing going against him that I have for me, and that is the people, Terry. I have a very special relationship with the people in Toledo, and I know that they will get behind me, and I know that I will go on a limb right now and promise them that I will beat this Wild Man right in the middle of
Watch out for him Sunday, June the 22nd, 8 o'clock, Hotel Sofitel. Fans, remember now, this Monday is Cable System Day at Lucas County Stadium. You can enjoy the Toledo Mud Hens in action, immediately followed by an outstanding lineup of Bruiser Bedlam, including the Great Wojo, Dr. Jerry Graham, Flying Fred Curry, Chris Carter on hand, along with Bulldog Don Kent, and Calypso Jim. Memorial Day, Monday, May the 26th. Now, coming to Toledo, the beautiful Hotel Sofitel in the heart of downtown Toledo. Miller Beer and Championship Wrestling proud to present Bruiser Bedlam at its very best. Sunday, June the 22nd, and I'll let the matches speak for themselves. Anytime you open a card with the likes of Mohammed Jihad Saad against El Bracero, that speaks for the rest of the card, certainly. You will see the midgets in action. They're putting on the boxing gloves, going at it, a 10-round boxing match. Farmer Pete against Little John. Sam Botek Jr. from Miller Beer, the special guest referee. Return match. Chris Carter meets the Polynesian Wild Man, the Kentucky Butcher. How will he stand up against Yukon Moose Cholak? Over 1,000 pounds in the ring in that special challenge match. You will see the Great Wojo putting his heavyweight title in the line against Flying Fred Curry. We'll announce the special referee next week. Free parking at the Vistula Garage, Jackson and Summit. Tickets in the lobby of the Hotel Sofitel, the Miller Country Store, and all shed locations. Now, I've left off that main event because we will talk to one of the teams, the champions, involved against the Bruiser and Calypso Jim in the 16-foot steel cage.
What's there to say that hasn't already been said? Bruiser and Calypso, you've been running from us for a long time. You're both a couple of Neanderthals. Calypso Jim just won the buckwheat look-alike contest, and Dick the Bruiser is a perfect example of what happens when cousins marry cousins. They haven't got the mentality. Wrestling's a mind game, even in the cage. Bulldog, tell them what's going to happen when the bell rings that steel cage.
The blood's gonna flow like water's gonna run all over that building, because I guarantee you one thing. There's no running, Bruiser. And you, Calypso, has got what's gonna come now, because you can't run. You can't hide, because you're gonna keep you right here. Because we're gonna give you one of the worst beatings you ever had. And come on down, because it's gonna be wild and it's gonna be woolly, and we want it happen.
Calypso Jim was as good as he ever was. And then you saw Graham and Kent. They're as foul as they ever were.
Some fabulous excitement of the program today. A couple of main event caliber matches. Also Flying Fred Curry and the Polynesian Wild Man. A great match.
We'll see you back next time at this same time, and you're going to see more and the best of Bruiser Bedlam, the toughest, roughest wrestling in the world.
presentation of Bedlam Productions Incorporated in association with Championship Wrestling Incorporated.